All right, so if you hear a noise in the background, that's my AC. It's about over 90 degrees, so if you hear the noise and if it bothers you, oh well. So, a couple things has happened this morning. All right, a couple things has happened this morning, and I didn't feel like talking about it because I don't have time like I used to. It's the reason why I don't respond to people's comments. It's not because I'm ignoring people. It's just that I'm busy now. I work 6, 7 days a week, okay? And I work 10 and a half to 12 hours a day. And also YouTube doesn't notify me every single comment I get. This is why I don't respond to people like I used to because I'm busy and I don't get a lot of notifications at all, Viking Millionaire. Okay? Because 2 days ago I noticed a comment that Viking Millionaire left saying that, oh, Marshall already lost his V card and he's rich. And when I saw that, I'm like, all right, cool. I put it to the side because, again, I was busy. Then yesterday, my day off, I decided to leave a community post on my channel tagging Marshall, now known as the real life Joe Goldberg. And I basically tagged him and I said, hey, is it true that you lost your V card? If so, congratulations. And I left it like that. Then I got like maybe 2 or 3 comments. Then I went to bed. And then I woke up with over 60 or 70 messages of a couple people replying, including Viking Millionaire and the real life Joe Goldberg, formerly known as Marshall Mathers IV. Let's just call him Marshall instead of real life Joe Goldberg. So they were going back and forth, and Marshall replies with these 2 words: it's true. Okay, he lost his V card. Now, Marshall, if it's true, congratulations. I hope it was everything you wanted and dreamed of. And I hope this leads you to a much more positive life now that you experience what you wanted and not for the worse. But I have my suspicions. And I want to ask a couple questions here. And in order to clear things up, you have to make a video. Because at this point, I am very suspicious that maybe this whole time we've been talking to the wrong guy and it's not the real life Marshall Mathers IV. It's not really Isaac. And we've been talking to a troll. Or maybe it is him and Marshall thought he'd be smart by lying about losing his V card. And I want to clear a couple things up, and you need to answer these questions because in my opinion, these are good, honest questions. And what I'm about to say, people are going to grow very suspicious about you as well. So, one of the things I want to say is, Marshall, if you did lose your V card, if you think that by saying that people are going to stop bothering you, that's not going to happen. Even if your life got better and you had a girlfriend and you had a job and all that, and you are thinking positive, I will respect you for that. But guess what? Everything that you said in the past, it's always going to be around you, if you like it or not, because the internet is forever. It will always remain there. And I guarantee you, people are going to be messing with you. Either way. And it doesn't matter if you lost your V card or not. And I kind of feel like, because this is so Marshall of you, maybe there's a chance you didn't lose your V card. Maybe you made it up because somebody either told you or you thought in your mind that if I say this lie about me losing that, people will leave me alone. Well, Marshall, that's not going to happen. I'm just letting you know. Okay? It pretty much reminds me of when we were supposed to do our boxing match and you told me that if you beat my sorry rear end, you would expect me to make a video saying, hey, everybody, all the trolls, leave Marshall Mathers IV alone because he beat me up. That is so like you. This is why I'm suspicious about that. Maybe there's a chance you thought you could get away by saying, hey, if I lie, people will leave me alone. No, that's not going to happen. The second thing I'm growing suspicious about you is, okay, you've been an open book this whole time. You revealed all your kinks, all your perversions. Hell, you even admitted about the things about you dreaming about 2 people in your family. And then that one person in your family that used to, and then used to go do you know what. Okay? You admitted to that. And again, I don't want to get into details. Those who've been following Marshall knows exactly what I'm talking about. You've been an open book and you've admitted to all that. Yet you don't want to give any details at all about the woman that you met, the one that you lost your V to. That is so strange that all of a sudden you give me Boogie 2988 vibes when he lied about his cancer diagnosis, that he had cancer, and then you had Keemstar telling Boogie 2988, if you want to prove Destiny wrong and make him look foolish, show your medical report, your blood test that shows that you have cancer. And Boogie kept saying, no, I'm keeping this in my privacy. I don't want nobody to know. It makes absolutely no sense what he did, because he also was an open book. And guess what happened? In the end, he had to admit that he lied about having cancer. And that's how I feel the same way about you, Marshall. You've been an open book this whole time, yet you don't want to reveal anything about this person? It makes no sense. And also another thing about this person. How did you meet her? How did it came to be? Because you have been complaining and saying that you're not able to make any recordings because it's too hot and too humid, and you don't want to go outside because you're afraid of getting that heat stroke. You also say you don't want to go out because of the Canadian wildfires polluting your air quality around your area. That's why you remained indoors. You don't go to work. You don't have a social life. You don't have a source of income, meaning that you don't have anything. You live in the woods, okay? You're afraid to talking to women, like you said, yet you say you met this woman and you lost your V card to her. How? How if you don't want to step outside whatsoever? So you got to clear also that up. Okay? You got to clear that up. Another thing too. This whole thing with Viking Millionaire, part of me makes me feel like Viking Millionaire doesn't exist. And you are the same person as Viking Millionaire, pretending to be him. But then again, I kept telling myself, no, that can't be. I talked to Viking Millionaire. He has a deep voice. Unless somehow, Marshall, you're able to pull off a very deep voice that I can't tell it's you. Or maybe you got your brother pretending to be him. But then again, I talked to your brother and I heard your brother's voice. He doesn't have that deep voice. I don't know if he's capable of making such a deep voice. I don't know. The reason why I'm saying it, that it's so strange that every time you, Marshall, you came on, he came on. And also, this comment right here. After you said, when I told you, hey, is it true you lost it? You said, yes, it's true. You scroll all the way down, and then you see Viking Millionaire commenting, and it sounds like you. So when I saw it, I said, wait a minute. Could it possibly be that Marshall is pretending to be Viking Millionaire? Or has it been the whole time Viking Millionaire is Marshall Mathers IV? Could that possibly be? Because right there in that comment, it looks like you screwed up, Marshall, as you were going back and forth in the two separate accounts. And when you left that comment, you thought you were under the account of the Real Life Joe Goldberg, but instead you did a mistake, a big boo-boo, and you left it under the account of Viking Millionaire. Maybe Viking Millionaire does exist, and you're just pretending to be him. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe, just maybe, this whole time, we've been talking to a fake troll pretending to be Viking and Marshall the whole time. This is why, in order to clear all this up, you need to make a respond video. And if this isn't the real Marshall Mathers IV, the real Marshall Mathers IV out there, if you're watching this video, make a video. It doesn't have to be on YouTube. Make it on freaking Rumble. And tag me and let me know. But if it's really you, Marshall, you need to make a respond video and answer these questions I have. Because it's also strange, and I don't know if I said this in the beginning, but it's also strange that you don't want to block me, Jill, Blazing 420 at all. The old Marshall, the moment we left one comment, he would have blocked me and removed the comment. That was the old Marshall. But for some reason, this one, you don't want to block us. You continue to have conversations with us. That's another reason why I am so freaking suspicious. Same way with the comment, and you not giving out any details, and about you, how in the world did you met this woman when you don't even want to step outside? There's a lot of things that doesn't match, and it's the reason why I feel like this is all just BS. Maybe this isn't the real Marshall. So like I said, after what I just said right now, make a video so we can see you talk and see if you are indeed for real. And if the real Marshall is watching this, make a respond video and clear things up and say, no, those guys are trolls. I don't know who the hell they are, but I'm still the same person, damn it. We will see. Time will tell. That's my 2 cents. And yeah, see you around. Yeah, that's it, man. Later. What a weird morning, man.